Hello, this is Chan Abraham speaking from Daybreak Ministries. Today I'd like to talk with you about a question I have often heard raised. It's when people say, if there is a God, why is there so much trouble in the world? You know, it's almost as though people are saying God is responsible for the trouble in the world. Well, that certainly is not the case, but I want to try and offer some thoughts for you to reflect upon, which I hope will help you. Often we believe that because there is trouble in the world, God somehow should be responsible for sorting it out. Well, the Bible doesn't tell us that God intervenes in some extraordinary way. He breaks through the heavens, tears the clouds apart, and comes down. No. What the Bible makes very clear to us, and Christians firmly believe, is that the way the world gets sorted out is by the work that human beings do, and the work they do inspired by God. So here's the thing. Christians believe that human beings have fallen from the way God wanted them to live, that there's something inherently wrong, that we fail to follow the manufacturer's instructions, and so all the code has gone badly wrong in our lives. And the only way to fix it, of course, is to go back to the handbook. Well, on our own we can't do that. That's why Jesus came, to die on the cross, to pay the price for all of our wrongdoing and to get the code sorted out so that we could get the original chips restored back into our lives and so that we could actually be restored. So what happens? Why is it then in 2018 there are so many problems, there's so much evil, so much difficulty, so much heartache, so much depression, so much sadness, so much war and crime? Why on earth does God not intervene? Well, in reflecting on this, I was really pleased to hear someone talk about something similar recently. They said, well, do you know, God actually has sent many of the answers into our world. But many of those which were in the hearts and minds and brains of individuals, the inventors, the cancer specialists, the psychologists, the doctors, the politicians, the artists, the musicians, their lives were cut short. Since 1980, there have been over 1.5 billion abortions. This year alone, there have been 22,341,000. How many of those could have been people who could have solved our problems? How many of them were the answers that God sent into our world to help us to fix some of the problems? Next time you think about the question, why doesn't God send a solution? Remember these two things. First of all, that he sent Jesus, and Jesus has made it possible for us to come all the way to God. Secondly, that he sent us the power, and he sends that through human beings so that together we can work to transform this world, to make it a better place, and to solve the problems right where we are. Let's get real about what's going on in our world. Let's challenge ourselves and challenge our culture and challenge our politicians, challenge our media, and let's get back on the road that solves these problems and gets us into a place of transformation on the road to renewal.